Hello everyone, and welcome to this video on IELTS Listening. My name is Therese, and today we'll speak about some very useful pointers to help you to do well in the listening part of the exam. Let's start with a little bit of structure or format on the exam. So there are 40 questions in listening. And the way that is broken down is you have 30 minutes for the actual test. And then towards the end, you have 10 minutes. And the purpose of those last 10 minutes is to transfer your answers to the answering page. And you'll hear the recording once only. So you'll need to be ready and alert for the listening part. Let's take a look at some of the scoring or marking for IELTS. Well, if you're already at around band 5, you're probably gaining about 18 or so questions. You're answering those correctly. So we want to bring that up. If you want to reach a band 6 plus, you need to answer more than half the questions correctly. So you need to be hitting at least 23, 25 to hit band 6, and hopefully more. And as you practice listening, as you continue to prepare, you'll notice that your ear will improve and your comprehension will become better. And so the test, it's not only testing your ability to comprehend a general idea, but also detail. So that's why practice is essential for listening, because you need to be able to catch detail rather than just gist, general gist. There are 4 sections in the listening test. So section 1, generally it's a conversational dialogue, 2 speakers. So you'll hear 2 different voices. Generally it's a man and a woman. So you'll hear a male voice and a female voice. And then in section 2, it's only 1 speaker speaking about a general topic. And that general topic could be about a museum, or it could be about a country. It's very, very general in nature. Section 3 is a little bit trickier because you have 4 speakers, generally 2 men and 2 women. And it's a more academic discussion. So the topic could be more technical in nature. And then section 4, you have just 1 speaker speaking about an academic subject, and that subject could be anything. It could be about science or a technical and industrial topic. So it really varies. You don't know in advance what it could be, but we do know it will be more technical. So generally people find the last section to be the most difficult. But I think that if you're prepared, you should be able to do well in all sections of the test. So here on this page, you see a long list of all the different types of questions that may come up, from multiple choice, map, diagram, forms, table completion, note completion, flow chart, sentence summary, and short answer completion. So a lot of different types of questions. But today we'll focus specifically on table completion, and the techniques that we will follow in this video will help you also with form, diagram, and other types of completion questions, because it's all about identifying what is missing and also connecting that with the key words in the table or in the text that you're looking at. So this is a typical question that you will get on table completion. So you'll see, you'll hear an audio. I mean, it won't be a video like this. I've just added the video here for the sake of the audio. But of course, normally you will just hear a recording. And you'll also have a video, a table similar to the one on the screen here. So you'll have some titles, you'll have some headings, and then you'll have some gaps on the table itself. And you will have some instructions. So it's very important to read the instructions. So here, let's take a look at the instructions on the screen here. So you will listen to an audio or video about the advantages of online training. Answer questions 1 to 4. Write no more than 2 words and or a number for each answer. So make sure that you follow these instructions. If it says write no more than 2 words, then do not write more than 2 words. And numbers are counted as words. So if you write a number in your answer, that is the same as writing a word, okay? So if it says no more than 2, don't write more than 2. If it says no more than 3, don't write more than 3. So that's very important. Let's take a look at the table itself. First, make sure that you read, in the first couple of minutes, read and understand the title of the table. Study each axis of the table. So here we're looking at the horizontal axis. On the top, we can see feature and advantage. And then look at the vertical axis, the titles, learning sequences, feedback, pause, rewind and repeat, online simulations, and peer learning. So now we understand that we're looking for feature on the left and we're looking at advantages on the right. So if we study the gaps on the right, we know that these are the advantages and they describe the features on the left side, okay? So we have the features on the left and the advantages which have gaps. So we want to fill in these gaps as we listen, okay? So if we look more closely at the gaps, we'll see, for example, in number 1, learning sequences is the feature, and the advantage is that students are blank with the material as they go along. So what does that mean? Well, it could be an adjective that is missing. Students are happy or they are sad or they are, so we're looking for an adjective. And then in number 2, students can receive something feedback. So that also looks like an adjective. Number 3, this enables a self-phased something style. Again, it looks like an adjective that is missing. And then the last one, peer learning, students learn from gap. That looks like a noun that's missing. They learn from something or they learn from someone. So now you've taken 2 minutes to look at this text. We see from the gaps that there are some adjectives and maybe a noun here, number 4, missing. So, and we know what the topic is. The topic is online learning. There's something about learning sequences, feedback. And so we have all of the titles here. These are the key words that we are listening out for. Okay, so we've studied the columns on each axis. We know what the keywords are, so you need to listen out for the keywords in the audio, the learning sequences, the feedback, pause, rewind, and repeat, online simulations, peer learning. Okay, so now you know what to listen for. All right, we have the feature on the left, the advantages on the right. Okay, so now you're ready to listen. We're going to give this a go. I'm going to play the audio. I want you to listen very, very carefully. And as you listen, we're going to listen out for each answer, each gap, okay? Remember, in the actual exam, you'll hear the recording once only with no pauses. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to play the recording with no pauses. Okay, here we go.
Online education applies computer technology to learn. And there are several things that we can do by applying technology that we could not do in classrooms before, thereby improving the whole learning experience. In a very traditional classroom, students may sit through a one-hour lecture. With online, we replace lectures with learning sequences. Let me collect the notes on the right-hand side. So it's more than 5, 7 minutes per video. And then we do an interactive exercise. And we do a video again, and do an exercise. So this way, interactive learning where students are engaging with the material as they go along. We can use computer technology, the grading, and that along with instant feedback. And it's been known in the literature, including science, that instant feedback can be a good thing. Mastering their learning is a good thing for them. Keep trying something till you get it right. Teaching your students virtually infinite tries. They can keep trying and trying and trying till they get something right. And then they can move on to the next topic. But online learning, we're very used to rewind. In fact, our learners are telling us that with some of the videos, they are able to rewind multiple times. Many students mute the video, read the transcript, and watch the video at 1.5 times speed. For yourself, we're talking about biochemistry, macromolecules itself. And this enables much more facility-based and flexible style of learning. We can be much more engaging with the student. We bring in game-like experiences in online learning. So as an example of the IELTS platform, we have many online simulation-based laboratories. So here, students can learn things with real-life facility. And by doing that, they get engaged in gamification in the future. They can keep trying and trying with various kinds of components online. And the gamification can be very engaging for students who be online labs. And finally, on a discussion forum, students are asking questions and working with each other, answering each other's questions. And oftentimes, by working together on answering questions and learning from each other, that style of learning can be much more engaging and make students learn like each other. So these are some examples of how online learning can really help students learn better than traditional methods.
Okay, so how did you get on? As you could hear, the speaker spoke very, very quickly, and also, you know, the person speaking, by the way, is a famous online CEO of an important company in India. So he does speak very quickly. However, fortunately, you did see a lot of the key words flash up on the video, so that helps you. But of course, in the IELTS exam, you won't have a video. You'll only be able to hear. So you need to be ready to hear those key words. Maybe you heard some words like feedback, self-phased, gamification. Those words can all engage you or catch your attention so that you can understand the vocabulary that's missing. So if we take a look at the answer here, so if we take a look at the answers here we go. There's a little delay there. So if we take a look at the answers here, we can see the words that are missing. Students are engaging with the material. They can receive instant feedback. This enables a self-phased, flexible style of learning, and students learn from each other. So I hope that you got at least one or two of the answers there. If you didn't, don't worry. This is all about practice, and that's why you're doing English training, is to prepare your ear and to boost your ear. And again, as you can see, I followed the instructions. I did not write more than 1 or 2 words. I put 2 words maximum. So I followed the instructions in this. And yeah, so again, you're hearing out for those keywords. You need to identify what you're listening for. Read the category headings and the keywords in those headings and titles. Study the blanks and understand what is missing, what type of word you're looking for. Is it an adjective? Is it a noun? Is it a verb? And finally, don't forget that dates and numbers often appear in table completion questions. So it's important also maybe to practice numbers, dates, times, figures. Those are words that may come up in listening. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope this will help you in table completion. And again, keep practicing. You can listen to short audios on YouTube. Practice your ear, listen to different accent, because in IELTS, you may hear an Australian, Indian, British, American, or Irish accent. Any of those Anglo accents may turn up in the exam, so be prepared for that. Thanks a lot, and hope to see you in our next video. Take care. Bye. Bye, everyone.